All right. Did you guys have any questions you wanted to discuss before we start?
No.
No, I mean, I think they'll come as we go. I was a little confused this lesson, to be honest with you.
No, I was too, but I think it's like when we started using SPSS for the first time and it just comes with like practice, I
Yeah.
guess,
Yeah.
is what I felt because there seemed to be a lot of steps, but in the end it's not as hard as it seemed. I don't know. We'll see. I was the same way.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I got done mowing my lawn and I've got little spiders all over. So,
All right, I made it.
I want to say it's 1.
So you think that that we assume is always 1?
Yeah. I thought I heard something in the video.
I thought it was unknown.
Oh,
Me
was
too.
it?
I thought it was unknown too, and that's just because I don't remember
Yeah, I didn't
ever
remember reading
hearing a
about
1.
the one.
Yeah, I think it's I'm 100% sure, but I think we're making the change that we assume standard deviation is unknown.
That's what I thought too.
some reason, my Hangout is doing that weird thing again where it just keeps hanging up whenever it wants. So I'm pretty sure that's just what happened.
So for 4, I'm assuming it is known because question 5 asks for the value of it.
Well, isn't that the
Oh, what is the value of T? I thought you said what's the value of it.
yeah?
My bad.
So, like I want to say no, it's not known because it's saying assume that it's not known. But so I don't know if it's just being like a super simple question like that or if there's some trick around it.
So here's the only thing that's holding me up is that the population standard deviation is not known, but is just the standard deviation known.
Oh yeah.
So in the question, it's saying the population one isn't known, but do we know the plane standard deviation?
That's true. But I mean, in the past couple, Tuesday and Thursday, it's been like this has meant like population standard deviation, like finding like the lower and upper, and I mean that's the only reason why I think that it could be no, just because we haven't used just normal standard deviation since like before our last test. So I don't know. I mean, there's 2 tries, so if we get one wrong, we'll just try it next time. So
Yeah.
That's true.
Kelly, go out.
value of T. Okay.
So what does S represent again?
Sample standard deviation.
So S stands for?
But I mean the T distribution that's what I think we're finding. Isn't it the X with the thing above it minus the funny U divided by S divided by square root of N?
Yeah, that's how you find the T value.
Okay, just making sure.
$1.5.
That's what I got too.
That's what I got. Well, that was an easy one. I hope they're all like this.
Okay, it says copy paste, but the problem with quizzes is you cannot copy out of them.
Yes, I am realizing that right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, to do it fast, just read it off to someone and then like type it in fast. Or should we just look over and look back and look over and look back?
I think it'd be easier if we read them off to someone.
Okay.
So
I've already got them partially typed. So
You have them all typed?
no, I said partially.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
I was gonna.
It's been slow trying to look back and forth. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Where did you stop?
Let's see. I have. Well, okay. Check me and see if I'm in the right order. If I've missed any. I have 98, 99.6,
What?
97.8, 98.7.
97. Oh, yeah, you missed one.
Missed one. Okay, let me plug it in at the bottom here. Luckily, it doesn't matter which order they're in, which is nice. Okay, what did I miss?
97.6. So there should be two 97s, but one is 0.8 and one is 0.6.
So 97.8, 97.6. Okay, 98.7. Is that after that?
Yes.
98.4.
Yep.
98.9.
Yep.
97.1.
Yep.
99.2.
Yep.
97.4.
Yep.
99.1.
Yep.
96.8.
96.9.
Okay, 96.9. What did I just read? 96.8.
96.9. Yeah.
Okay, and then 97.
98.8.
Maybe I think I went back to the wrong part. Okay, hold on.
I mean, there is a 97, but we keep going in order.
Okay, let's see. What was the last one I read to you before you told me 98?
96.9.
Okay. That was one I had to type in. So what's the one before that?
Before 96.9? 99.1.
So is the next one 96.8? No. Goodness. Okay, read them through to me and I'll just type them in.
Okay. Do you want me to start from 99.1?
No, just start at the top.
Okay. So 98,
Okay.
99.6,
Okay.
97.8,
Okay.
97.6,
97.6. Okay.
98.7,
Okay.
98.4, 98.9,
Okay. Oh, and we lost her.
So she was at 98.4, right?
98.9. I just typed in that one.
97.1.
7.1. Okay.
99.2.
sorry,
Okay.
97.4.
Okay.
99.1.
Okay.
96.9.
9. Okay.
98.8. 99.9. 96.8, 97,
Okay.
98.7,
Okay.
97.6,
Okay.
98.7,
All right.
98.2.
All right. So
Can you just highlight them all and just type in equals equals X or equals a sample mean? Or is that what you're doing?
SPSS, because I've never done it on Excel.
Okay.
Yeah, so Excel, you would just do equal mean, open parentheses, highlight it all, and close it.
Hey, do you want to, we can read out the second one while she's doing it. Do you want me to do it or do you want to do it, Randy?
There's a second one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Of course there is.
yeah. Either way, I don't care.
I don't care either.
Let me pull up Excel and I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't cut out again. Do I just like freeze when that happens? Or like do I go completely black or like what happens?
You just leave, like,
yeah.
you left the call.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Because you guys just like freeze. So it like in the background, like it looks like you're still there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so that's why it always takes me like a little while to actually like realize it.
All right. Ready.
Okay. 59. 14.
Okay.
37.
Okay.
62.
Okay.
68.
All right.
2.
Okay.
15.
All right.
9.
Okay.
157.
Wait, that's one number or three different numbers?
3 different numbers. 157.
Wait, what was that?
It's 157.
Oh, okay. So it's 9 and then 157.
Yes.
Okay.
27.
Okay.
37.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
55.
All right.
86.
Okay.
14.
Is that it?
No. 4.
Okay.
40.
All right.
36.
Okay.
47. 9 and 61.
Okay, read them back just to make sure.
Yep.
Got 59, 14, 37, 62, 68, 2, 15, 9, 157, 27, 37, 2, 55, 86, 14, 4, 40, 36, 47, 9, 61.
Perfect.
And this one, I'm getting p-value, right?
Yeah, so p-value and there's a lower and upper limit confidence interval, but I'm not sure if that's for that. No, constructed. I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready with my numbers whenever you guys are ready. And I hope I did this right.
I'm sure you did great.
Yeah, the SPSS, if you don't plug everything in just right, it throws everything off. So then you have to triple in everything, check everything.
Yeah, that's true.
But I like it because I can get everything I need on one page.
Yeah, that is nice.
At the same time. So it's nice, but
All right. Who ready?
yes. I'm ready when you guys are ready.
Yep.
Okay. So the first one is for this. Okay, so it is 98.22.
And this is for the sample mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. The standard deviation is 0.922.
The one before was 98.22, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where does it ask for the standard deviation?
What is S? On 7.
Okay. What'd
It's
you say the
like,
value
it'd be
was?
it's 0.922. I guess it would be the sample standard.
Okay.
Because it'll figure it for you in this program. the t-score for number 8 is negative 1.843. Okay, so now on the p-value 1 on 9. Did any of you guys watch the video?
At least for me, your microphone is really fuzzy.
Yeah, I couldn't understand either.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not better.
No. Well, you're muted now.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, 10.
Crazy hair. Okay, so for the probability, did any of you guys watch the video with the lesson?
Which video? There were 2.
Both. I can't remember which one. I think it was on the first. It talked about, he showed it on there, the probability. And you take the one on here, and he said you divide it by 2. Does anybody remember that? If you have a 1 sample test or a 1 something.
Am I untied?
No, it doesn't come untied.
How I do this?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either. Go back and see.
Let me go look in here real quick, because I remember something, and I can't remember if it was 1 tailed or 1 sample. Anyways, so let me mute this for a minute. I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right number. I remember he said to divide the sigma part by 2.
Well, you divide the sigma by the sample size. I remember that.
Well, but if you fill it out in the SPSS, there's a box that tells you it's for your probability.
Oh, determine the degrees of freedom?
No, it's not that one. I've got that number too, but we don't have to fill it out. Okay. Oh, okay, this makes sense then. Okay, I did it right. That was a lot more confusing. Now I've got to remember all of that. Okay.
Wait, can you repeat it?
Repeat what?
What it means.
Okay. So if you plug all those stuff and you do it with the SPSS,
Okay.
and you do the 1 sample test, you're gonna get a number, and it's called sig two-tailed, and that is your output for the p-value. But if your null hypothesis is not equal to the mean that it's giving you, then you use that number. But if it's less than or greater than, you have to divide it by 2. Which if you go, it's in the lesson, and if you go through and read it, it makes sense. But when I'm trying to explain it here, I sound like I'm talking gibberish.
So if it's less than, then what?
So if the null hypothesis, so in the question, our question, it's saying it wants to know if it is less than, I believe, 98.6. So if your question is asking you that it's not equal to, you use that whole value. But if it's saying that it's not equal to, or if it's less than or greater than, then you take that number and you have to divide it by 2 because it's only using one tail of your applet. Pretty much is what it means. Okay, guys, you need to either go back downstairs or out in the other room because you're seriously really noisy. That would be good. So, but let me read here.
You call me Dad or you call Mom, Mom. You call me Dad and you call Mom.
Okay. Okay. So for the p-value, I divided the number by 2 because it's asking us that it's for the alternate hypothesis, it's less than. So I got 0.405.
Okay.
So our, what's the name of it?
Value is less than the level.
The level of, yeah, the level of significance is 0.05, so it's less than that. So for 10, I put reject the null.
Yeah.
That sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my, wow. The only bad thing about these videos is you can see how awful your hair looks. It's great. Okay. So I'm hoping that those are right because anyways.
So what'd you say? What was the value? What was the p-value?
The p-value is 0.405 because I had to divide the number it gave me by 2.
So this is okay.
Oops.
Okay. I don't know if this is right. Maybe it's just weird because it looks weird, but I got the p-value as 0.999.
did Excel let you do the equals and then p-value?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Okay, Mom. Well, I get Okay, after it was, I picked everything back. I super packed.
Oops. And this is for the wait times, right?
Yeah.
Oops.
You baby say baby cows. Because Daddy and Mom felt Daddy had a baby today. One.
Plugged it into the SPSS, and I'm getting 0.142 for the p-value. But I don't know how to do it in Excel either, to be honest. It's just terrible.
Dang it. I mean, I didn't use SPSS.
And you're getting 0.99 what?
Yeah, 0.999, and it looks weird. So I've tried finding other ways. And every time I use other ways that I've seen, I just get a calculation error.
Weird. Maybe Excel just doesn't like it.
So what did you get, Amanda?
I'm still working on it.
Oh, sorry, Lisa's the one that said it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I uploaded the document from the files and did it for the wait times, and I'm getting 0.142. But I think that's just,
That sounds like a better number than 0.999.
Yeah, and 0.999 looks way weird.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense that it'd be 0.999.
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But at the same, it's hard. I don't like when it's all relying on these programs, because I like being able to see it and work it out in an equation of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes more sense to me. I don't like trusting.
Especially since it's not like your own intelligence that's involved.
Exactly. And it's like you have to make sure you've got everything plugged in right.
Yeah.
Because the one thing with this one that you have to remember that I keep forgetting is that when you're doing these p-tests, is what they are called, is what I'm filling out for the SPSS, you have to remember to put in a test score, which is your null hypothesis score. And I always forget to do that, and it throws off the whole thing, and I hate it. But either way, either number that we're getting, it's still higher than,
Yeah, so either way it would fail to reject.
yeah. So if we can at least try one of the numbers and see.
What is it? I know I wrote it down. I know I write it down every single time. I never find it. What does the fancy you mean?
It's your mean, and the X, the squiggle, is the sample mean.
Oh, okay. See, I'm pretty sure I asked that last time too. Okay. Would it decrease?
Oops. Yeah, because because the p-value is going to decrease,
Yeah.
because you're going to take that number above and divide it by 2 if it's less than your null.
Yeah.
Or,
Which means that we would reject it.
yeah, it's still a bit higher than the 0.01.
Oh, so we would fail to reject.
Yeah. I believe if we have the right numbers, that's just it. If we mess up on our numbers, everything's wrong.
Yeah.
Which is discouraging to think about.
The joys of math class.
Now, this is not math, I've decided. I like math. This is miserable guessing. There's a little bit of math. I'm not a fan of statistics, I've decided. It's been fun though.
Lower limit.
The lower limit.
So the sample mean, which is
So is the true mean the funky U, or is it the X value?
Wait, what?
It always asks for the true mean. And I'm always confused as to what number they're talking about.
Are you gonna give? You're looking outside and
Do we know the sample mean?
Yeah, the mean is 40.048.
Thank you. 40.048.
Yeah.
Critical value.
No, go back out. You're too noisy. Go.
no,
Hurry,
no.
please.
Wanna go play? No. Only mom could do it anyway. But the puppy had to stay here. Cause that mean doggy had to my buddy. They hear it. He played. Thank you. Why are you taking wet, buddy? Why? Wake up, wake up. Wake up. Wake up, wake up.
Sarah.
Wake up.
Okay, for 15, I got 24.5.
What did you use as your standard deviation?
I calculated it off of the data that was given.
Quiz. 24.5.
Yeah.
Who's Lisa? Oh, there she is.
And so for the upper limit, I got 55.6.
Callie. 55 what?
55.6.
That's right.
Okay.
You trying to figure it out, Lisa?
Ish. I'm just comparing to what I'm getting on the SPSS, and I don't know. They're off by a little bit, and I don't know. Now it makes me nervous for all the ones I told you from up above.
What are you comparing that's off?
So I did the, well, and the thing too is I'm not sure if I'm reading the right ones either. So for, well, like for the p-value, you were getting a funky one, but I got one, but that doesn't mean it was right. And so then on, which is the one we started doing numbers, 15 for the lower and upper limits. they were they were a little bit different on the ones that I was
What'd you get for them?
so it's for the wait time, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try that one. Okay, so waiting times I want of 95%. I don't think I need that one. Okay. Nice. Okay, so for the lower one that it's telling me is 24.16, but I have a different mean than the one that you said as well. So
What mean do you have?
I have 30, it's telling me 33.26. But like I said, this is just spitting out numbers and you tell it which column to read. So I honestly don't trust it, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
'cause
then
I got the mean in Excel. I had listed them all up, and then what'd you have for
How many-
standard deviation?
what is your, well, let's check numbers first. What's your number amount?
I have 21 values. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Because that might be part of the problem. Let me see what.
Is it not 21 values? That's what I count.
Yeah, well, I think what happened is, so it says you can open up the one and do it. So let's trust Randy's because I have twice that amount, but I think it only gave part on this quiz. That makes sense. So let me see, 59, 14, 37.
Well, yeah, this one says use this data that was pulled from
Yeah,
it.
so let me erase half of it and then redo it if you want to double check, or we'll
Yeah,
just
let's
go
do
with
that.
Okay, so let me see where it ends. 15, 9, 157, 27, 30.
Because I did it all by hand, so it'd be good to double check.
I can submit mine real quick and see if we even need to bother.
Okay, if you want to do that while I'm figuring this.
Yeah. So 15 is 24.5 and 16 is 55.6, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure so it's not a waste. Okay.
Let's try this again. I'm glad I caught that because it was totally throwing me off, and I'm like, this is not okay.
Huh.
Okay.
So 16 and 15 are wrong.
Ah, oh, crap.
11 is wrong.
Yeah, that one's going to be wrong because I had the numbers wrong.
And 9 is wrong.
Like, not right now, honey.
What was that?
Okay, go. Just wait a minute, honey. Just wait a minute. You're all right. Yeah, okay.
Which ones did we have wrong? Amanda?
9, 11, 15, and 16. 9, 11, 15, 16.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
Okay.
Okay, I will be back in just a minute, guys.
Try that one again now.
Say, your dad's here, sis. Shay.
I calculated it again and I got the same answer, so I wonder if I'm using the wrong formula.
Oh my gosh, sorry guys. I babysit a little girl and her dad always shows up way too early. Are we still having issues with that?
Yeah, I tried calculating again and I got the same answer, so.
Okay, let me try it again. That is not right. Let's not do that one. What is going on? Okay.